So good morning everyone. 2 new lambs, 2 little beauties, 2 little spotted lambs, which is really nice to see. Quite robust. Everything very positive about them. What's less positive is we've got an escaped sheep who has taken advantage of a gate that's been left ajar, and he's feasted on something in the corner. Excuse me, missus. Can I ask you to leave the premises? Yeah, that way. And off you go. I'll let you off with a warning this time. So, we'll shut that gate so she can't do the same thing again. And we're getting down to the latter end of the job now. So, 2 really nice lambs there. We'll have a little bit of a tour around of all the recent new arrivals. Look like there's been quite a few overnight. Are you alright, missus? Can we have a look? What you got? Oh, a nice big lamb. Come on, fella. Up you get. Come on. So, can we see this one? Come on. Up you get. And it's just a case of checking them all really regularly, making sure that those that need a drink get a drink, and making sure that mum's bonded and that mum's coming into milk. And I would say, looking at her, she's just a little bit poor. Those lambs have taken the toll on her in terms of her physical condition, and I would say they need a top up. Looking at those, Hannah is here with tube and bottles, and we'll do as required. So at the moment though, we're getting no comments through. Oh, we've got one. Adele says, "Morning, I'm enjoying my time as a new supporter. I've been following since COVID, but recently took the plunge to become a supporter." That's from Adele Bruce. So welcome, Adele. Hope that you're enjoying the content that we're providing. So that one's going straight to feed, isn't it? I've woken it up. It doesn't mean that she's got no milk, but she's just dancing on her back feet a little bit uncomfortable. I would say we need to support this girl with maybe some pain relief, and I think I'd cover with antibiotics, because she just looks a little bit run down and a little bit as though 2 big lambs are going to take the toll on her. So we need to make sure that the next stage of her life is a very positive one, and that we give her anti-inflammatories, pain relief, and every chance of rearing those 2 big lambs. So that's what we will do. So I'll work with Hannah this morning, and we'll work our way around, and we'll do all these things. We'll make sure that these sheep are supported in the best way possible. So these are all twins, or these are all carrying twins. I suppose we ought to just do what we call bag them. When we say we need to bag them, we need to have a feel at the udder and make sure that they are in lamb. Come on, missus. Come on. And if they're not in lamb, get them outside and go again next year. There's no reason, sometimes things happen during the pregnancy for whatever reason. A bump at feeding time, an infection at the wrong time can mean that those pregnancies are not sustained, even though they've all been. See, like that one there, I'm looking at her. I would say she's a candidate for not being in lamb. Come on, let's have you up. Look at that little one there. But she's only a young sheep. We'll go again next year with her. I would say she's not in lamb. So there's a little job here, running them inside and bagging them. So there's one there that's very close. One there that's very close. So these girls are predominantly in lamb to twins, with twins, and should be born over the next week or so. But there's definitely a couple that I would be on the suspicious side of not being in lamb there. So we'll check those out in the next day or two, and move them outside as required. Excuse me. So we've got a girl there with 2 lambs. We've got a girl here with 2 lambs. Got a girl there with 2 lambs. It's like Noah's Ark. 2x2. I think that one wants a feed. I'm just shouting out a little bit. Those 2 I would say want to feed. Teat's too big for lambs, need milking. So that's historic, isn't it? I think they're feeding now, so I think that's one we can nearly shut the gate on. 2 good lambs there. One you see it's got a bit of a wonky front left leg. But it's amazing how these things straighten up with a little bit of time. Right, who watched the programme last night? What did we think? Please give me your thoughts. I'll find somewhere to stand and read a few comments. So, Lambing Time continues apace here. You will notice that a lot of what we filmed for Springtime on the Farm was done probably 2 weeks ago. I think we were 2 weeks in front. Oh, look at Hannah. Don't they? No. All right. Well, these are only babies, aren't they?
Yeah, so I thought I'd try it just because we've got so many.
Yeah.
But only one's drank off it.
Yeah. Well, I suppose it's another pair of hands if they'll use it, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Especially when
In
you've
fact,
got
more
5.
than it's another 6 pairs of 3 pairs of hands. 5.
5, yeah.
There's no maths. Is that the one that's suckling on that ewe periodically?
Yes, it is. But
Where's the ewe?
I'm guessing they took it out because it was in the pen just away yesterday eating. But I know that is the one that Lou was on about yesterday. I wasn't in yesterday, so I'll have to ring Charlotte.
Is it this one?
Possibly.
She's got no lamb, has she? So I suspect it's this one, Hannah.
So I'll put it on after.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's terrible.
Well, yeah, you pass it to me. What we're doing here, this girl unfortunately lost a lamb. And it was unfortunate because it was one of those we tried ever so hard. It was always on the poor side of life. Thank you. So what we're doing, we're steady, go, steady. Just need to steady then. Easy go.
It knows where to go.
Oh, it does. and literally, this ewe will be the lifesaver for this lamb because it's the vast majority are rearable on the bottle, right? But this one isn't. Good girl. And with a bit of luck, over time she'll accept it. But for now, we just have to do supervised feeding, and that's what I'm trying to do. Meanwhile, Hannah's doing supervised feeding using a bottle. Are any of those that are a problem, Hannah?
This little white one's not wanting to drink anything. Everybody else has had like a bit.
Right.
But this white one's not. But it's full, it's not empty.
Right. So what Hannah's doing, she's just assessing them all, giving milk to what will take it, giving the chance for these here to.
They just chew it. They're like, I want a bottle, and they'll just chew it.
Yeah, yeah.
But none of them are empty.
Right.
They get a bottle fed again at 10.
So this little lamb's now drinking. Because, and what we're trying to do is facilitate a fostering, which we've managed to do on several occasions, very successfully this year. And bearing in mind, if we don't manage to get this lamb feeding regularly on this ewe, this lamb won't survive. We've earmarked it as one that's not prepared to drink from the bottle. The vast majority will. The vast majority do. So they're all ones that are still being fed for the lamb feeding experiences, and still enjoying the milk. So I'm just making sure this lamb gets a tummy full of milk, and then we'll move on to other things. Just make sure he gets his tummy filled. And those lambs are all now just basking in the glory of a full tummy. I'll show Hannah the ones we've just earmarked as ones that need supporting with extra feed. Once she's done the bottle feeding, she'll work her way around the pens and make sure that everything else gets the help it needs. So I'll put my glasses on in a minute and read some comments. So you can see now there's quite a few empty pens appearing. We're getting more and more outside. The leaf blower's appearing, just what we don't want. But hopefully we can manage to compete with it. And he'll move on to his road sweeper in the not too distant future. Right, well, that one's got a significantly fuller tummy now. So we'll pop him back with his pals. There we are, sunshine. So, one happier lamb. One ewe that's had some pressure taken from her udder. And I'll move on to check the rest of these pens. So that's been one successful intervention. So, oh, she's stamping her foot at me. 2 lambs in there, a little bit frail. 1,500 people watching. So let's read a few comments. Alison Hammond says, good morning. Aileen says, morning, Rob. Angela says, morning, Rob. Lorraine says, good morning, Rob. Lovely to see you and the gorgeous sheep. So have we still got comments appearing here? I really don't know. We'll find out in a moment, won't we? Right. Are you alright, missus? Denise says, please tell us about the cow with no name, Rob. They never used the film. So, what a stable name, a pedigree name is Lynn. And we bought her from the most eminent breeder of Highland cattle in the country. What I need to find out, hopefully the next day or two, are they using the film for winter instead? If they are, then I suppose we're still going to see it. If they're not, then they'll probably give it to us for our Facebook page. So, rest assured, the full story of the cow with no name will be told. But what I can say confidently is she's an absolute belter and one that will be showing up and down the land this summer. Oh, are you stamping your feet? So what's the story with you, missus? Why are you still in? Because these lambs are big and strong, aren't they? Come on, let's have a look. Is there a story behind those two? It's stretching. Mum looks in good nick. She's borderline aggressive. So Alison says, springtime on the farm was fantastic. Morning everyone, and Sarah Gale. So good morning to Alison Craven. Thank you for joining us on what is a Saturday morning. So she looks a little bit lackluster. So some of these girls have been working hard, and these are the point now where they need our support, and just a timely intervention from us can make all the difference between, in a few days' time, that you going out to the fields with her ears pricked and not. So it's really important that I have a right good look round them this morning, update any therapies that we're giving, and introduce new ones if I see something that will benefit from our help. So that's the plan. So I'm just having a gentle meander around with you guys to start with. See if there's anything that's in crisis. So far there's a few bits and bobs that are going to need some help, but nothing that's terrible. You're looking for lambs that are calling out, and that shows that they're hungry. You're looking for lambs that don't stretch when you stand them up. That shows the potentially not thriving. But most of what I'm seeing here, admittedly, I've not been in and stood them up and done a thorough job yet, but I absolutely will. Most of what I'm seeing doesn't fill me with worry. Now, this girl doesn't fill me with worry, but she's causing me some anxiety because she's scanned for triplets. She's fit to burst. I've been thinking she's going to be lambing. She's got a little bit of an unusual discharge going on. I've been thinking she's been lambing forever and a day. She's not lambed yet. So we're one day she will. One day very soon she will, and when she does, hopefully everything will be going okay. But at the moment she's having a poo, so that all looks okay. So congratulations on that. That's a bonny lamb, isn't it? A really lovely coloured fleece. She's not overdone with milk, is she? So that's another that might need a little bit of topping up until that milk arrives. And sometimes it just takes a day or two for them to get into full milking production, and that's hopefully what will happen. So Yorkshire Rose and Sapphire, what could be nicer than those two? She looks magnificent, doesn't she? The mare is, I mean, they both do, but I think for a senior mare, could she look in better condition? I don't think she could. I think she looks absolutely stunning. The best mare we've got. You know, you shouldn't have favourites, but I'd say from a quality point of view, the best mare we've got. What's wrong, Flower? You've got a bit of an itch going on there, haven't you? I wonder if she needs some of that leg oil on. And she's a lovely shape to her head, hasn't she? Everything about her oozes quality. Sandra says, morning, Rob and Hannah. Enjoyed watching Springtime. Been great watching. From Sandra Wyke. Christine says, morning, Rob. And Alison says, Springtime on the farm was fantastic. Oh, so I don't think we're getting updates on what's it, are we? We're not getting updates on comments, so something is glitching and not working. We're starting to get through a few again now. Nothing nicer than when they went out in the field, says Eleanor. It was magical, that, wasn't it? Al says, can we have updates on the Muriel and the adopted twin? I'm going to go down there and either do a video with Dale or do a live broadcast and show you how they're doing, because I think it's important that story is continued. And it's very important that this story is continued, because this is Yorkshire Rose. I wish Jeremy would blow somewhere else, but anyway, he's got a job to do. Mandy says, missing Springtime and Rose being out and the clip clop coming in, don't they go out? We're going to sort it out so that we don't quite trust them in the field with the new lambs. So what we're going to do is either move the ewes and lambs, or we'll move these down to the bottom and give them that middle paddock where the oak tree is. So one or the other next week, and these will be going out every day then. So it's absolutely what they want, what they need, and what we will do. Yvonne says, where is our Lucas Aid lad this morning? He's out and about somewhere. I'm sure he'll make an appearance in the very near future. But you see, look at that. She's a big mare, isn't she? You know, and they do shrink a bit as they get older, just like all of us. There's none of us get taller as we get older, is there? We get a bit smaller. So, but she's a big grand mare, and one that we're very, very fond of, aren't we, Flower? You know, probably, you know, she's the most loving one we've got. Although ears are back. I'm just wary of Yorkshire Rose. She can be. I'm not going to say a swine, because she's not quite in the swine category, but she's cheeky. And no doubt we'll sort that out. Elaine says, sad that Muriel lost her own calf. Hope it works out with her adopted calf. Well, I can give you an update there and say that it is working out with her adopted calf. Really, really nicely. And yeah, we will keep you updated. And it was sad it was heartbreaking actually to lose the calf, because we've been on a little bit of a journey with Muriel, and a journey that I thought we were winning. She was back to good health, and I think that calf, it can only have passed within the previous few hours, and yeah, it was very, very disappointing. But it's nice to see that all her efforts and all, you know, that milk supply, the love of a good cow, the mother, was not lost, and that another calf benefited where her calf lost out. So yeah, we made the best of a bad job, which is what we always try and do. if something goes wrong, just like with Silver, the Shire horse and her foal, we found a way to make it better. You can't always make it right, but we made it better, and that's all you can do. So in here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left to lamb in there, assuming they're all in lamb. Excuse me. And then in here we've got a bunch of ewes and lambs that are ready to hit the road. And when I say ready to hit the road, I don't mean they're going off to another farm, but they're going out to the fields sometime in the next day or two. They're just in this little halfway house. I suppose you could call it sheltered accommodation, where we can check that they're still hooked up with the mum when they've come out of the pen. And so far so good. I mean, I'm liking what I'm seeing. That's little bent legs, isn't it, that one? Now then, how are you? Absolutely champion. Straightening all the time, just what we want. That's big bent legs, although they're not bent. That's big brother. And that's mum to little bent legs. Isn't it, eh? So just look at the difference in size of them. That's little bent legs. That's big straight legs. And that's mum. And they're having a feed, that's having breakfast. So that's magical to see. Now, those of you with listening ears will see a lamb that's calling out, or will hear a lamb that's calling out. And it's the one in the middle. So I'm looking for one of these ewes, because that lamb's asking for help. It's saying, "Mum, where are you? Mum, I need you. Mum, where are you?" And at the moment, no one's responding. So that makes me worried that lamb, if it was out in a field situation, wouldn't prosper. So we need one of these ewes to walk across and say, "I'm here, Flower, don't worry." But at the moment, none of that is happening. So we'll just watch it for a minute. No, it's not you. So I've still got my eye on it. And I really want to see evidence that someone loves that lamb. There it is. Come on, let's have you. I wonder if it's you. I'm just walking this one down. See if it's this one's lamb. I suspect it might be. Let's bring the lamb back towards mum. Is that your mum, Flower? You can see why you've lost your mum. She's a bit under the weather. She's overindulged on the corn. That's the one, because she don't feel top of the draw, top draw. She's ignoring it, so I need to put them back together. So if this was out magic, if this was out in the fields, it'd be a serious problem. There they are. She's seeing it now. We've seen each other, and it's going to feed. I think. Are you going to feed? At the moment, still deciding. Slightly strange. That's definitely its lamb. They've had a little word. But as yet, it's not going to feed now. There we are. So we've recognised another little situation here. What the mum has overindulged on corn. She just made herself feel a little bit less well than we'd like. It's not something that's going to cause her a long-term problem, just a bit of a tummy ache and tender feet. But it can cause her to lose a little bit of interest in a lamb. The lamb now is feeding from her. Excuse me. and re-establishing the connection. So hopefully that won't be a problem going forward. So we've still got no comments appearing on here, 1,800 people, but very, very few and sporadic comments. So I'm sorry I can't really answer anything, but anyway, hopefully you can understand what I'm... Levi Craig, how is everyone today? Joanne says, bit breezy as well here in Belper. Belper is in Derbyshire, just down country a little bit. Annie says, morning, my disabled daughter and I are catching up with springtime on the farm. She loves seeing all the animals. Fantastic. That's from Annie Venn. Good morning to you. So that lamb is feeding away on its mum, on its recently rediscovered mum. The reason that she'd lost interest in it is because she's feeling a little bit off colour herself. But I'm pretty sure that what she's got is a mild case of acidosis, which is an overindulgence in rich food. So something like gout, if it was other, or something like that. Annette says, morning Rob from Anglesey. Good morning to you. But we are struggling for comments in their usual supply. So anyway, keep trying, and I'll keep looking, and hopefully we'll be able to answer as many as come through. So worth coming in just for that, just to give her some time on her feet, just to make sure that lamb gets its tummy filled, just to make sure that connection is re-established. And that's done by having your listening ears on. You know, we talked to Nellie about listening ears, but it's true for all of us. You know, you need to listen as you go, because quite often things like a lamb calling like that is a real clue, isn't it, to something that's gone wrong. And we need to make sure that any clues freely given are acted upon. So, and that's got another lamb come to feed off it now. So that's fine. That's grand. Right. So we're getting to the point where we can actually, I think, take a few pens down. We see no reason why some of these can't have a little bit more space. I don't think we'll need these pens now. We're getting top side of lambing. Now that one, that belongs to that one. That doesn't belong to that one. That belongs to that one. So where is that little one? That's a good lamb, isn't it? Real good lamb. That's Nellie. Just reacquainting myself with what's there. So it looks like they've taken one outside that was inside. Just trying to work out what's what. So that one there, just an update. That was the one where, I think maybe last weekend, David and I had a really, really difficult lambing. It was one that we thought was going to be a natural birth. Turned out not to be a natural birth because it needed dramatic intervention, and we managed to get it. We had to put the phone down, if you remember, and struggle for quite a while, and whilst it lived for a little while, it didn't live long enough. But we managed to foster that lamb, which is another of those stubborn blue Texels, onto that ewe, and now they're a strong unit. So they've made a really great connection. So that's, again, it's a bit like Muriel's calf. How can we make a sad situation better? We can't mend the hurt and the loss, but we can make it better. And the only way you can make it better is to foster another one that needs a mum on, and that's what we did. So yeah, that worked really nice. Yeah, I can think the sheep I'm looking for, I think must have been put outside. Anyway, they must think it's strong enough. I wouldn't have put it out myself yet, but I'll check it later. So right, everything. Hannah, there's a couple here. I don't know if. All right, no worries. See that little guy shouting, isn't it? That needs a feed. So that's basically saying, I'm hungry, Mum. And because it's not quite sealed the deal with feeding off its mum, we need to tube that. If we tube that another time or two, it might be all right. But I'll see if Hannah will get some, and we'll give that ewe's milk because it's only a new baby. We need to make sure that gets the real McCoy. And she's talking to it, that's good. So there's a job there to be done. And there's a job with all the rest of the medications. I think these two need a little bit of support, and I think that she does as well. So they're the standout things for now, and then we'll. Hi Anna. Yeah, this one is just calling out, but it needs its mum's milk. I don't know if you want to get a jug and take a bit off her and pop it straight in. I can help you. And then these two here, I think we'll need. They look as though they're not just getting as much as they need. Right. So I'll just hold this ewe. Sorry, Anna. There, you just take a little bit of milk. Has she got plenty of milk, Anna?
Yeah, she has.
Yeah. So we don't need loads, just, like a tube or something. Okay. So you can hear that one in the shed calling out. Is it thick stuff?
It's not thick, but it's still. No, it's quite thin actually.
Is it alright? So what we're doing for those who are just joining, we've got a little lamb that's calling out plaintively. We've got a mum who's not quite able to feed it yet. It's just a little bit frail and wobbly. So we're just taking a little bit of milk off her, putting the milk into the lamb, and then hopefully as the day progresses and Hannah keeps it topped up, it'll get to the point where it starts feeding itself. Have you got enough?
Yeah, I think a lot of that.
No, that's all right. Yeah, perfect. So thank you to the ewe. And here comes the little lamb. Just pop it down on the floor, Hannah, and we'll just assess it out.
It's not.
How empty does it feel? It's calling out.
It is a little bit empty, but
Yeah,
it's
so
not massive.
we'll give it 3/4 of a tube or something. We'll just keep it going in the right direction. Not give it loads because we don't want to overflow that tummy and then get fluid on the lungs. That would be disastrous. So Hannah's popping that tube in and she's going to have a listen. Have we got
Tiny little. Don't know
if you can hear that.
It's really faint.
So Hannah's happy that we've got gurgly tummy noises. And then that milk is going in.
Got a little bit more of that.
Well, see if that goes. See how quickly it disappears and whether you keep getting the gurgles. Because the worst thing, I mean, it's not worse than underfeeding, but overfeeding it can be fatal. I mean, it's gone down, that, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Still gurgling. Okay. Yeah, I think I can just pop a bit more in then and. Right, we'll Call that a drop. So then that little baby can go and have another sleep. And hopefully when it next wakes up, it'll wander out and suckle that milk direct from the teat. There we go. So it's gone back to its little shed. Mum, no. And like Hannah said, it's no longer crying, so that's a real positive. There we are. So that's a good job jobbed. These two little guys have only just been born. That one's laid a little bit forlornly. Up you go. It's trying to feed. And she's a nice little mum, isn't she? Making all the right noises. And she's a first-time mum. So that's what we need to watch with her. Is she one that's going to continue just to back away a little bit, or will she mother it as we would very much wish her to do? Right, let's move on. So what now? Wash my boots, and then all options are open. So it's quite a nice day, yeah? If anyone's wondering about what to do on their Easter Saturday, and a trip to Cannonall Farm is something that they're contemplating. I think there's plenty worse days to come. There's still lots of sheep to lamb. We've got lots of other animals that have been born and due to be born, which is always exciting. We've got new calves, we've got alpacas, we've got baby donkeys, we've got a fantastic tractor trailer ride with an ever-growing number of animals to view from the tractor trailer field, and some of the best playgrounds I would think that you will find for many a mile. So hopefully there's enough here to tempt you down to Barnsley to see us, or indeed you might live in Barnsley, and if you do, it'd be nice to say hello. So right, let's just have a mosey down and see what else there is to see. See what's going on down there, and then I'll come back down and we'll make sure that everything that needs it gets injected and so on and so forth. Because obviously Hannah is extremely capable, but her journey into shepherdessing is relatively new. So we need to make sure that we support her and pass on all information required to make a good job, because she's very ambitious, very keen. For someone of such a young age to be so capable is really, really pleasing. So definitely one to invest in, and hopefully she's going to be a big asset to the place for years to come. Yep. Here comes Dave Dastardly. I'll pull to the side so he can get past. He's taking his trailer for tipping. Off he goes. So I'll pull back now and draw on. So these girls in the field, they're our Dutch spotted, and also some blue Texel, a few Valet as well. A nice bite of grass, and from here they look champion, but the only way to confirm that, thanks to Border Seer there, our best ewe, the only way to confirm that is get feet on the ground and go and have a proper look. So we've got miniature donkeys outside. And a lovely sky, lovely mackerel sky, or slightly mackerelled. There's some great ewes and lambs in there. Right, and we've got some cows and calves. Nice calf there. Nice cow there, I mean. Right, so have a look round here. Let's see how this bunch of guys are doing. Right, I don't think we're in anyone's way here. Right, so unable to read comments, so apologies for that. And hopefully things will be resolved, and hopefully people can hear what I'm saying, because it might be that I'm on mute. Now, that cow is still rubbing. So it really does need to try something different, because it's been treated for lice, but it can't quite have worked. Right. Come on, Casey, can I lift this up, Flower? Come on. Thank you. Thank you. Excuse me, Flower. There we are. So that's Coco. Duty. Oh, God, Duty can have some. These gate fasters were not built for the delicate. They're what you call robust. Not that I think of myself as delicate, but hey, look at that foal. I think she could come out, actually. I don't see why she couldn't. So she's just starting to bag up a little bit, isn't she? We need to watch her. This is Lady, a partner in crime. We bought them together, Coco and Lady. And that's Lady's little lady, who looks fantastic. And I'm glad to see is drinking every teat of that udder. Great horns, great calf. And that's feeling frisky as well. So I don't really see that foal needs to be kept in any longer. So I think we could take these hurdles down and let her out. A good little job. So Pony Emma's given birth to her little filly foal, and it's absolutely champion, isn't it? Lots of goats on the playground. So I'll start taking these down. So I'll stack them here for a minute. So Pony Emmy's out, and she's thinking, that's better. And really, she's the dominant mare. So there's no reason why she can't look after that foal. She will look after that foal. I know she will. The foal is already ensconced in the group, because you know they're aware of it, the other mares, and you can see Pony M's not even foal proud with it. She's very, very relaxed, so that's good. So now it's having a little adventure. It's having a little nosy. It's seeing what its environment looks like. Look at that. Morning, Charlotte. I'm letting this foal loose. I'm letting the foal loose. Have you got a knife? You do? Because you're a proper farmer and I'm not. Charlotte's... in this day and age, I suppose you've got to be careful about where you carry a knife, haven't you? But in Charlotte's case, her knife carrying is totally wholesome. Legal. Is it? I don't even know, yeah. But how can a farmer be a farmer without a penknife? It's like banning baler band, isn't it? Where would we be? If we had no penknife and baler band, we couldn't solve most of life's riddles. Would they? Charlotte said most of her dad's gates would fall down without a penknife and baler band. But I mean, baler band is handy stuff, you know. No, I didn't use baler band on that one. I used baler band on that little donkey's navel. Yeah. But Kate got some green string from somewhere for that one. You know, like gardening string. Yeah. Yeah. So that one had green secret string to tie its navel up. See, Rainbow just flashed her ears back at it then, just say, SOD off. Yeah. You know, that was that look. Or get lost if you're being a bit more polite. So, Pony M, he's just now thinking, I need to protect my foal. I'm going to stay close to it. So she's now had a wander round. I would expect Rainbow to be pregnant for later in the summer. Not bagging up yet, but I do think she'll be pregnant. I'd be surprised if she wasn't. I see no reason why she wouldn't be. Charlotte is moving the hurdles because they are the little foals now, clear and present danger. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. There's nothing more magical, is there, than a baby foal? Right, I'm going to play a game now with Charlotte. Lambs or foals? Lambs? Really? Gosh, that's a bold statement.
But baby goat kids really.
But baby goats. So baby goats first, baby lambs second, baby foals third.
Yeah.
Lily was just coming to say hello, and Pony M put her ears back and said, "Get lost." There's a bit of get losting going on here this morning. Oh, off we go. So, do you like our little miniature horses? Yeah?
I think they're quite calming.
Yeah, yeah. Morning. How are we doing? Are you a veterinarian? No, but you're going to be a vet, aren't you? I know, like us, we were like, yeah, well, you know, we can turn out onto most things, but practical. Yeah, yeah. And how's it going? Yeah. So second year. And for those that remember Holly, you're Holly's sister. So your name is Sophie. So this is Sophie, Holly's sister. Will you always be Holly's sister? Or do you think you'll be Sophie in your own right? Do you? Yeah. And will you end up at Donaldson's? So it's highly likely. Yeah. Hey. You could have a dynasty. Why don't you set it up here? Yeah. Look at that, yeah. Yeah. And you could look after our animals part at deal. Yeah, right. The inkling of a plan was hatched here now. Yeah. Holly and Sophie's vet practice at Cannon Farm. Well, we did ask Donaldson's if they wanted one here, and they said no. So. Yeah. I think you snooze, you lose in this game, don't you? Yeah. 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 So Sophie, second year vet, and I'm sure doing well. Have you passed all your exams so far? You will have done, won't you? Yeah. And how many years? Is it 5 years? So it's a long job, like, isn't it? Yeah.
5th year's mainly just getting on placement then.
All right, so you're actually working in the 5th year. Right. Right. Brilliant. So, yeah, well, good luck with your exams. I'm sure you'll smash them. Yeah. That is the most adorable little guy. And speaking of adorable little guys, here he is. Charlotte laughing.
Did you watch it last night?
I haven't watched it yet.
I watched it a bit.
We were in White Bull. I'm going to watch it today.
Can I just clear my name, please?
Why?
Against spoon race.
What about it?
I didn't cheat.
You admitted to it.
No, I didn't. I said it wasn't me. I stuck it on as a joke beforehand, but JB knows I took it off.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Well, David has cleared his name to 1,800 people.
Yeah.
You've another 700,000 or 800,000 to go, Dave. I should keep.
I'm going to have to get the message out.
Yeah, free the Barnsley one. Free the Barnsley one.
It's like this. If I cheated, I'd have run past it and bet him.
I think you were full pelt.
I wasn't full pelt.
I'm unable to access comments, so I don't know what people are saying. So, David wants to clear his name. He said he did not cheat in the egg and spoon race. All I could do as the referee was judge on the evidence given to me.
Yeah, but
that video evidence. Well, I didn't know that. That video evidence was showed to me on VAR. On VAR, and I had to act accordingly. And the red card was brandished.
I am innocent.
The red card.
I want my name clearing.
I was the worst referee ever because I made it all about myself.
Hello.
Because I couldn't take part in the egg and spoon, I made sure that the referee had a strong role in proceedings. I've let this little foal out and it's enjoying life very, very much.
Oh, it's about time, isn't it? Right, I'm going to take this bucket and put this feather bale on and pop a bit of straw in here.
All right. The more walking it does, the straighter its legs will become, the more strong they'll become, and the better for everyone. So it seems really strange not to.
Left the foal now, aren't we?
Well, we think so. Do you want to just have a feel at it, see if she's bagging up?
I think it's a couple of months off.
Well, I do. Look at that. Whee! Whee! You run with it, Dave. See if you can play with it. She's got a belly, don't she?
She's got a belly, but no bag.
I would expect her to be in fall.
Yeah. Philip thinks June or July.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
And I don't think he'd be wrong.
Look at that.
Yeah. Keep away from my baby.
Look, no, but lovely little pony, a little horse.
Yeah.
Crikey.
They don't need any straw, but I'm going to put some straw in here.
Yeah. It's an instant red card for calling this a pony. Those islands need a bit there.
No, we're going to put it here so Charlotte can drag it in.
Yeah, yeah. Very good. Okay. David cheated on the egg and spoon race last night. He cheated.
I did it beforehand and I couldn't go through with it. Leave the cameraman.
He tried to cheat, right?
So I took the sticky
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
Sticky off. No,
Yeah.
I took the sticky off.
Well, I was the referee and I had to show him a red card and disqualify him.
Look, I'll tell you what though, we could have a farm egg and spoon race because Willie Wanging's got.
Oh yeah, well,
You don't want to, yeah, don't embarrassing that.
embarrassing. It was painful.
We weren't cool.
Charlotte says that was embarrassing. Dave says that wasn't embarrassing.
It was painful.
Charlotte cast a line there
So
and
I bet everybody
caught a trout.
until me injured.
He beat me left-handed. That was embarrassing.
I've got the tractor going to be fixed next Friday.
Oh, good. It's worth mending. I think it's a nice tractor. David tried. He took Ellen Skelton out on a joyride and it broke down. He said to Helen,
Things going wrong with it.
"Do you want to come and see me wheels?"
She wasn't impressed.
And then ran out halfway around, ran out of fuel.
Don't want that, do it?
Don't want that. David, I've heard this talk of banning baler band. The government are going to ban baler band.
I've heard this too, so on Facebook this morning.
What do you think? Would you go to the streets for that?
What are you going to do?
Would you go? Would you march for that?
So they've said you're not going to be able to have it anymore. They've said.
What a load of rubbish. What are they going to make it out of bamboo?
No, we just said, what would a farmer do without a penknife and baler band?
And that's more than a knife, that.
Yeah, that's a multi-tool.
Yeah, that's useful.
Right, and we said, just imagine if they banned baler band and banned penknives. Charlotte says, her dad's gates would all fall down.
He won't be able to contain his cows anyone.
No, the problem with this multi-tool is
Yeah.
Really.
Who got it, yeah?
Ridgeline.
Someone got me one. Oh, was it Ridgeline?
Yeah.
It's in my kitchen drawer. Do you have a kitchen drawer with keep all odds and ends in?
Nicholson.
It's not a drawer, it's a cupboard. That's your name, that. It's very clever. You'll never forget.
From Ridgeline.
We have a cupboard full of stuff.
Yeah, I have a drawer, or Julie has a drawer, and if I want string or
You
anything,
really live in house that
Yeah.
you live outside.
like
We used to have that in-
screwdriver, string, pliers, anything like that, all goes in one kitchen drawer.
A measure?
Yeah, tape measure, that sort of thing.
I'm going to guess something else. Pens and pencils?
No, somewhere else though.
Oh, we never have pens working in our house. You
We,
need a pen.
yeah, no, we've got, Julie's got a big pot full of pens and pencils.
Money.
Money,
Coins.
yeah.
Coins in mine.
Oh, well, thanks for telling every
There's not a lot, it's only tools.
every,
Every soul on the internet.
yeah.
Well, I've got
No.
some coins.
David has money in his odds and ends drawer.
There's not a lot of money.
And he did say coins.
There's about £5.50
Yeah.
made up with twos and ones.
Yeah.
Good trust.
Right up.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So Charlotte is giving the donkeys an appropriate amount of hay because they don't need much. These are Mediterranean miniature donkeys. There's a clue in the name. In the Mediterranean, the grass doesn't grow very much. So yeah, they just have a little bit, enough to see them through till lunchtime, and then have another feed at tea time. So this is a lovely little horse. I'm going to say blooming pony again. It's a horse. It's a miniature horse, and it's pregnant. It's an Appaloosa, and that's a silver dapple. Hello, little one, and you're beautiful, aren't you? We're not taking any notice of you. That's a silver dapple. That really is nice, isn't it? That's Kiki, and I think she's qualified for the Horse of the Year show. And then that's another silver dapple at the other side, and she looks champion as well, doesn't she? So we've got these lovely little miniature horses. They get rugged up at night because it's cold. The rugs come off during the day. The two of them are pregnant. That one is not pregnant and will go to the stallion next year. So we're very excited about our journey with those horses. They will go outside in due course, and they will run together in due course. But at the moment, they tend to squabble a little bit. So we're not taking any chances, and we're making sure that they rub along nicely. And the only way we can do that is to have them close but not touching. So Sophie is quite enchanted with that little foal. Look at that. I taught that calf to drink. And she just let me. Yeah. Yeah. I thought she was going to poise me, but she didn't. No, I thought she was going to kick me, but she didn't. I was more worried about being kicked than horned, yeah. Oh, look at these. And what people tend to do, they'll come and park themselves up on the what's it, and watch these little kids play. And play they do. Really drives. And look at that. Look at that. So the goat playground goes from strength to strength, and they really are little daredevils. But they manage. They're very agile, and they've stood the test of time, haven't they? They love to play on it. Enriches their life. That makes a great photo, doesn't it? She's got the great vantage point there, hasn't she? So, right, I'm gonna say cheerio now, folks. I'm gonna get back up to the roundhouse, give Hannah some help with the injections and stuff, and make sure that everything up there is fine and dandy. So, from Farmer Robert Cannonall Farm, thank you very much for tuning in, and hope you've enjoyed it. Hope that I'm sorry about the lack of being able to comment, and hope it hasn't spoiled things too much. So from Farmer Robert Cannonall Farm, have a wonderful Easter Saturday. We'll see you again tomorrow morning at 7:30, and a big thank you from me for watching. See you later. Bye bye.